Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day to everyone watch this video. My name is Muhammad Bahtiar, and in this video, I will complete my classroom management project. Without further ado, let's start the video. Here are the outline of this presentation. There are three topics that we will discuss. First is teaching tolerance. Second is helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. And third is disruptive behavior. First topic, teaching tolerance. What is tolerance? Tolerance is the willingness to accept and respect difference in race, religion, ability, background, and perspective. Teaching tolerance is important because first, it helps create a safe and inclusive classroom. Second, it encourages empathy and reduce prejudice. And third, it builds a foundation for peaceful social interaction in classroom. Strategies to teach tolerance. First, use diverse book and material. Introduce students to different cultures and experience through stories and books. Second is classroom discussion. Facilitate open conversation about fairness, equality, and respect. The third is group work with mixed abilities or background. It encourages cooperation and breaks down stereotypes in the classroom. And last but not least, set clear ground rules. It established a classroom culture of mutual respect from day one. Then we have activities for tolerance. First is cultural show and tell. Students present something about their culture or background. Second is role-playing empathy scenarios, like practice responding to others with kindness and understanding. And last is poster making, which is to have students create posters that visualize tolerance and acceptance in action. Then we will go to the second topic, which is helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. Understanding emotion. To understand emotion, we first have to recognizing emotion. It's that emotion like anger and frustration are normal but need to be managed. Second is difference between feeling and acting. Help students understand that it's okay to feel angry, but it's not okay to act aggressively. Next, we have tool for emotional regulation. The first one is teach stop and breathe strategies. Teach breathing exercise to calm down the students who are having an emotional breakdown. Second is use emotion charts and check-ins. Use visual to help students name and understand their feeling. Next one is calm down corners or peace areas, which is provide a quiet space in the classroom for self-regulation of your emotion. And last but not least is practice journalizing or drawing feelings, which is to say to allow students to express emotion creatively and privately. Next topic is disruptive behavior. First, what is disruptive behavior? Disruptive behavior, for example, like acting out of turn, refusing to follow direction, or physical aggression, includes in the disruptive behavior categories. It causes may varies. It may stem for unmet needs, emotional distress, lack of attention, or challenge at home, etc. Next, we will discuss about intervention strategies. First, use behavior chart or point system. Track and reward positive behavior between students, so they may encourage to do good to get more rewards. Next one we have implement timeout or reflection sheets, which is to give student time to cool off and think about their action. Third one is contact parent for consistent report. Collaborate with families to support consistent behavior expectation from students. And last but not least, involve school counselor if needed. For repeated or serious issues, get professional support.
Next, we will be solving the problem. There are three problems that will be solved in this presentation. The first problem. Miss Johnson is a fifth grade teacher who has been teaching for over 10 years. This year, she has a student named Alex who frequently display aggressive behaviors. Alex often interrupts lesson, talk back to the teacher, and sometimes even becomes physically aggressive toward his classmates. Miss Johnson has tried various strategies to manage Alex's behavior, such as setting clear rules and consequence, positive reinforcement for good behavior, and speaking with Alex privately to understand the root of his aggression. However, despite her efforts, Alex's behavior has not improved significantly. The question is, what classroom management techniques can Mrs. Johnson implement to address Alex's aggressive behavior? Provide at least three specific strategies and explain how each one could help improve the situation. Here are my answer. The first strategies that Ms. Johnson can use is implement social emotional learning or SEL activities. This help Alex recognize and regulate his emotion, develop empathy, and improve impulse control. For example, daily emotion check-ins or journal reflection can help him express feelings in a healthy way. The second strategy is behavior intervention plan or BIP. Develop a personalized plan that includes triggers, consequences, and strategies. It helps track behavior patterns and apply consistent supportive consequence. And third, collaboration with school counselor or psychologist. Bringing in a professional can help uncover underlying emotion or behavioral issues. They can provide therapy, anger management sessions, or targeted support strategies. We will continue to the second problem. Mr. Smith is a 7th grade math teacher who has noticed that several students in his class frequently engage in off-task behavior during lessons. These students often daydream, chat with classmates, or use their phones instead of focusing on their work. Despite Mr. Smith's attempts to redirect their attention and provide engaging activities, the problem persists. This off-task behavior is disrupting the learning environment and affecting the overall performance of the class. The question is, what strategies can Mr. Smith use to increase on-task behavior and decrease off-task behavior? Provide at least three specific strategies and explain how each one could help address the issue. Here are my answer. The first strategies Mr. Smith can use is use of clear routines and time management tools. Visual schedules and timers keep students aware of tasks and transitions. It also helps students stay focused and reduce downtime for distraction. The second strategy is interactive and student-centered learning. In these strategies, we incorporate group work, hands-on activities, and technology. When students are engaged, they are more likely to stay on task than off task. The third strategy we can use is positive reinforcement system. A reward system for on-task behavior, like praise, points, or class privileges, can be given to students who are doing on-task behavior. It motivates them, the students, to stay focused and reduce the appeal of distraction like playing the phones. We will continue to the third problem and the last problem. Miss Brown is an 8th grade English teacher who is facing challenges with a student named Jake. Jake frequently exhibits disruptive behavior in class, such as talking out of turn, making inappropriate comments, and distracting other students. Despite Miss Brown's attempts to manage the behavior through verbal warnings and seating changes, Jake's behavior has not improved. This disruptive behavior is affecting the learning environment and making it difficult for other students to concentrate on their work. The question is, what specific strategies can Miss Brown implement to manage Jake's disruptive behavior? Provide at least three strategies and explain how each one could help address the issue. Here are my answer. The four strategies Miss Brown can use is Positive Behavior Support Plan or PBSP. These strategies identify what Jake responds to positively and reinforce appropriate behaviors. It focuses on prevention rather than just punishment for Jake. Second strategy is restorative practice. Have Jake participate in structured discussion about how his behavior affects others. It promotes accountability and empathy, helping him reflect on his action. The third strategy we can use is strategic seating and peer support. Place Jake near positive role models and away from known conflict triggers. Supportive peer influence can reduce negative behavior and increase focus.
That is all from me. Thank you for your attention. If I make any mistakes, please forgive me because I'm still a student myself and I'm still learning. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.